Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we have got live tournament action coming at you right now between Thor and Oneshot. Oneshot, who I am very, very familiar with. Thor, I am not so much. However, they are both master-level players. Actually, let me check, make sure Thor is. Just give me a second. Yes, he is indeed a master-level player, and a good one at that. So pretty solid there. He is going to be spawning as the purple Zerg. Plays his Zerg regularly and going to be on the left side of this two-player map, so top left. It is only a two-player map. They can only spawn in these two locations. Oneshot is going to be spawning as the green Terran, which will make him very happy. I know he likes to always spawn as green, and sometimes it throws him off a little bit when he doesn't. Somebody steals his color. That's okay, though. He does fine with it. I'm just kidding. It doesn't throw him off, but he does like his green color. Got to hand it to him there. So let's see. Let's take a look. Thor going to be sending out a drone here. Is it going to be going for a fast expand or just going to be scouting? Looks like this is the scout. I guess we're a little bit early for an expand, but take a look. We do have a wall off going to be going down here for Oneshot and sending out a scouting SCV. Getting overlords into position here for Thor. I like to see that. And the scout denied. However, he is going to try and be super pesky and hurt this good old SCV. SCV getting out of the way there. Lucky him. Trophy saying everyone should take green versus Oneshot now. That's mean. It's funny though. Nicely done there. Oneshot going to be in good position. He is taking his gas right away. And here comes the Marine. Ooh, this SCV almost dying to get his scouting information in. Getting out of there with 5 HP. Yeah, Trophy calls it the one-shot nuke. If you take his... That's actually what we're going to call that from now on. I like that. It's the only way to win against him. That's funny. I'm going to steal that. I like that quite a bit, Trophy. We're going to call that the one-shot nuke. So every time somebody takes Oneshot's color, we're going to call it one-shot nuke. That's what we'll type in. We'll ask Oneshot how he likes that. I bet he'll like that. But we do like Oneshot quite a bit. He's always tons of fun to have around. Really gives us a good show almost every single time. He has placed in the money several times. He did place in last month's monthly tournament. He placed second in that tournament, and that was a pretty good bit of cash there. I think it ended up being $75 if I remember correctly. But yeah, so he's placed in the money several times in our tournaments. Always comes out, gives us a good showing. He hangs out with the alt StarCraft guys, has given a couple of them some training and things like that. And if anybody out there does want some training from Oneshot, I mean, he's a good player, high-level master. And is starting to get into the training bit. So if you guys want some training from a good Terran player, hit this guy up. He is phenomenal. Right now his prices are fairly cheap. He will be raising them eventually, but he is keeping them real cheap right now since he's just kind of getting into the training business. But I mean, you gotta like how he's taking it. I mean, I think it's a very professional way to approach it. So definitely hit that guy up for some training if you need it. But let's take a look. We do have a tech lab going down on this barracks. Command center here for Oneshot. Looks like he's going to be gearing up for an expand. The expand for Thor already down. Did not fast expand, however, it did go down in good time. Does have his Roach Warren out already. Good placement with Overlords here, getting these guys into position. Scouting, he does see these Hellions cruising out across the map here. Nice to have those scouting Overlords. So here comes the harass here from Oneshot, scouted yet again. So as long as Thor's watching his minimap, he knows that this is coming. And scouted a third time. So if he doesn't know that that's coming, it's his own failing. Alright, we're going to burn some trees probably here. Roach is going to be in position to handle that as well. Nice defense here by Thor. Funny name for a Zerg player, by the way. Oh, and Trophy said that he copyrighted the one-shot nuke, but he says I can use it if I want. So now I have permission to use that copyrighted deal there, so that's pretty lucky for me. And good harass here from One Shot. Gonna be getting some kills. What happened there to Thor? Missing just a couple. Oh my goodness, most of these guys going down. That's a lot of workers killed. Only one Hellion ended up going down there, and these other guys going to be scooting out of there scot-free. That was phenomenal there by One Shot. Let's take a look at Control R. How many workers did he kill? 7 so far. Pretty stinking solid. That's what we like to see. So good harass there. Uh-oh. They, however, are not very good against roaches, and one of them did go down there. Those roaches cruising out across the map here. Looks like there is going to be plenty of units here to defend, but those roaches are going to poke up here to see what's going on. Here comes the tank. That guy's going to be a no problem. Bagging these guys out. Ooh, nice save there. Good save, and these roaches going to get obliterated. Nice control there by One Shot, saving that Hellion. Beautiful, beautiful work. I love the chat and the live stream. We're going to keep going with what Trophy's talking about. Everyone else, to use the one-shot nuke, he's going to charge $20 per. So I'd say that's a pretty good deal. So you guys definitely hit him up for that. But thanks to to Trophy for letting me use it for free. Boy, I much appreciate that. I couldn't afford $20 a pop. But let's take a look. One Shot does have medevacs on the way. We do have stim going down. And more tanks coming out on the field. Going to be super effective against those biological units. Does he have siege up yet? No, he does not. But economically, he's looking pretty solid. He does have 33 SCVs, a couple mules. However, Thor doing a pretty good job as well. Oh, here comes another harass. Looks like a couple worker kills. Not bad. Going to be scooting out of there. But Thor does have 46 drones. Yeah, I would owe you $100 right now. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I'm starting to feel my pocketbook lighten up already. Even though I don't actually owe you the money, I'm feeling pretty lucky. But a couple tanks here. This is a good defensive position here for One Shot. I like the placement here of these barracks. That's going to close off this attack route here to this choke area and or the back door. Which the back door will be slightly less effective. It will kind of put them into this wonky position where they don't have much to do. It's a really tight choke here, and these tanks will probably be sieged up in a good spot for that. So they'll be blasted all along the way around here, around the back. So I really like this setup here for One Shot. However, the third for Thor is up and running. Look at this, long distance mining. He's got so many drones right now that it's better for him to long distance mine this location. So, I like to see that. It's better to long-distance mine than it is to have and expand oversaturated. Thor poking in here again, going to be backing out immediately. And it looks like One Shot going to be moving out here potentially. He is indeed going to be sniping this Overlord. Down goes the Overlord, but here comes the movement. Quite a few tanks here. We do have siege up now. Looking pretty solid. These Hellions taking the front, trying to see what's going on first. Tank's going to be in position here to deal with these roaches. These roaches now trying to get the heck out of there. And the roaches are going to get out. However, One Shot now going to be cruising up towards the third here for Thor. Is he going to be able to take this thing out? I don't see a... Oh, look at that. Lots of banelings on the way. Going to come down to micro here from One Shot, but we have seen his micro in the past. It is phenomenal. Getting a lot of worker kills there by One Shot, doing a great job. It looks as though this expand is going to be going down. I like his tank placement, nicely spread out here. And down goes that expand. A lot of worker kills. Look at that, up to 18 worker kills right now, taking his opponent's unit or drone count back down to 56. Nicely done there. Oh, look at that. Metabolic speed boost. Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that. Super, super late there for metabolic speed boost. Trying to make this happen. Some of those banelings getting blasted away there. Thor going to be in for a little bit of trouble as One Shot going to be leapfrogging forward here, it looks like. Keeping these tanks back in this position, not a bad idea. Doesn't want to get flanked. I always like to see this from One Shot. Oh, and look at this. Thor going to be trying to counter here with some Mutalisks, but we all have seen One-Shot in the past. He's very good at keeping his Marines under control and in good position to keep his tanks safe from these Mutalisks. So this is going to be difficult play here for Thor. However, he is getting up quite a few Mutalisks. So no upgrades on him, though. However, he's going to be trying to hit the reinforcing units here, which is a great idea. Now, One-Shot probably going to react to this. He has seen these Mutalisks. He's probably going to be tossing up a whole bunch of missile turrets around his base. We'll see if that's the case. Either that or he's going to be pumping out Marines like crazy time. This expand going to have a little bit of trouble. These Mutas going to have free reign here. One-Shot cruising forward here. I think I missed some attack here, but let's take a look. This expand going to stop mining here. Here comes the main attack, though, from One-Shot. Nice split here. Keeping those units spread out pretty good. A couple of those Marines did live through that, so pretty nice stuff there. The tanks still spread out. However, here comes all the Mutas. Going to be coming in for the kill. Trying to get rid of these Marines as fast as possible. Then they'll have free reign over the tanks, and there they go. Nice switch here for Thor. One-Shot is going to have to be backing out here. What's going on here? Nothing. Oh, there goes the missile turrets. Going to have some missile turrets here, too, I assume. But look at this. One-Shot, ooh, coming in to try and save. It did save one tank, but Thor doing a great job with these Mutas. Oh, the move command. You got to keep these guys on A command. A move, stimming out of there. That's okay. Nice amount of Marines here. Looks as though One-Shot going to be sticking with Mass Marine for just a little while. Uh-oh, maybe not. Armory going down. Engineering base, so he's going to be getting upgrades for both his mech play and potentially for his ground units, which I like to see. I like to see some upgrades on the Marines against these Mutalisks, and it also opens up the Thor pattern. Trophy saying the exact same thing, so maybe Thor's here, which is probably a good idea against the Mutalisks. That will be super effective. However, there's no defense here. These Zerglings going to get in and do quite a bit of damage here. Oh, yuck. That is not a fun situation. Are they going to get the snipe on these? Indeed they are. The missile turret's going to be going down. Orbital command being lifted up here. And Thor going to be losing a lot of overlords here in the center, getting severely supply blocked there because of that. And here comes a mass amount of Mutas, while at the same time One-Shot going to be pushing out across the map with a very, very large force. Is Thor going to be backing out here to defend this? I wonder. We are kind of in a base trade situation here almost. And here comes the main attack here from One-Shot. My goodness, that's a large looking army. Good kiting there from One-Shot. Let's take a look at what Thor's doing. Taking out a lot of unit producing structures, it looks like. Takes them a while. I mean, these Mutas don't do tons of damage to buildings. And that is the nice thing here for One-Shot, is these Marines do a lot of damage. Down goes the Queen. Probably going to be taking out the Baneling Nest and the Spire here. Oh, maybe he's going for Evo Chambers first. Interesting. Thor's here going to be trying to clean up. Clean up house. Not going to happen. Too many Mutas to deal with here. Wow. But this, I mean, this is a base trade if I've ever seen one. Nice banelings there. Here comes the rest of the main army here. Kiting around. What are we going to do with this army? It looks like One-Shot going to be falling back. Or either that or he's going to be taking out this expand, which is probably a good idea at this point. I hear banelings. Looks like banelings here for defense here at this location. Not a bad choice. Oh, these tanks sieged up very close together. If these banelings can get a good position here, then they will be in good shape. And down goes this expand. Thor going to be on 2 mining base right now, so that's good for him. Still doing a lot of damage, taking out the main, and One-Shot not doing any mining. He is stuck with this this force right here. Has got to make this happen with just this force here for just a little bit until he can get some mules down to try and get the comeback. Now this is a semifinal match, so it is best of 3. I mean, so One-Shot not going to be out of this yet if he does end up losing here, but this is so many units for him to deal with this small force. And there's the GG. I don't blame him. I mean, there's just not much that can be done. But, I mean, phenomenal play there from Thor. He really did a great job making that happen. Good defenses and just good counterattacking too. So really interesting. I was really fairly surprised that he made that counterattack with the Mutalisk stick so well. But phenomenal stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for playing. Don't alt-tab. Always alt StarCraft. We will see you guys in game number 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we are going into Game 2 of this semifinal match between One-Shot and Thor of today's Pro Let It Ride. One-Shot is down. Currently, one of our favorite Terran players. I mean, this guy's always hanging out, playing in a lot of our tournaments, does a phenomenal job, and so a lot of people, I bet he's got a lot of fans out there that are a little bit upset to see him losing game number 1 in his semifinal matchup. But Thor is a phenomenal player. Going to be watching out for this guy. My goodness, nice play. And I like his tech switching too, so pretty good stuff here. We're going to be spawning on Shattered Temple. It is MLG's version thereof. That is what we have in the map pool. They are spawning as usual in cross positions here because it is the MLG. Actually, they can spawn in close air positions as well, but they cannot spawn in the close rush position. So, but One-Shot going to be spawning on, well, let's call it the 8 o'clock position, and at the 2 o'clock position, Thor spawning as purple. One-Shot does have his green color, so no One-Shot nuke. No One-Shot nuke this game. Of course, One-Shot did host it, so that is good. And he chose this map, so hopefully he will be a little bit more comfortable on this map. That will be pretty good. Thor going to be going for, I'm assuming, a fast expand, maybe? We'll see. We shall see. I guess it's a little bit early to tell. What's he gonna do? Fast expand, I'm thinking. Indeed. Nice timing there. Got there right as the minerals were available. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Got to love these high-level players. Yeah, and we do want to mention in that last game that One-Shot did not have enough missile turrets, and Trophy making that statement there, I think is absolutely correct. It came down to One-Shot did scout those Mutalisks early enough where he could have instantly tossed down like 100 missile turrets at his expansions, you know, his mining spots at least. You know, to keep that mining going. So, I mean, it just came down to wasn't able to make that happen. And Thor really making a good switch there with those Mutalisks and taking a lot of damage in his bases and still being able to make that base trade work. So, phenomenal play there from Thor. But spawning pool going down right about the same time that the hatchery will be completing, so pretty solid there. Factory here for One-Shot looks like he's going to go straight into some Hellion play as well. Reactor, so reactored Hellions is my guess at this point. No huge surprise there. Does have his orbital command up, and one gas did clean out this scouting drone. Looks like he's searching around for another, just in case. Don't blame him. Always be safe. Oh, he's going to be patrolling here for scouts, for scouting overlords. Does not know that there is one. Look at that. I can't even hardly get a view of that sucker. There he is. There we go. Yeah, it's just when you get up like that, you can't hardly see him. He is almost off the map. Thor does have Queens up and running, a Spine Crawler on the way. That'll be great defense against the Hellions. Queen at both bases. We do have metabolic speed boost, and that was interesting in the last game. Thor did not have metabolic speed boost until like 14 minutes into the game. It's crazy. Very rare that you see that. Yeah, Hellion expand. Good call there, Trophy. He is indeed going to be doing the Hellion expand. There goes 2 Hellions. They do take out the Zergling. And one more going down. Here in the center of the map, going to be cruising out across the map, trying to do some damage on the drone line here at the natural. Don't sit there and try and kill a queen. Queens do take an enormous amount of damage from Hellions. And one shot going to be backing out here, it looks like. Did see that spine crawler there. Does not want to engage that directly. Knows that those Hellions will go down fairly quickly to that. So nice defensive position here from Thor for just a little while. Now that he's got 4, it looks like he will be able to poke all the way in here and make something happen. Oh, trying to snipe that queen. And here goes the expand from one shot, going down right now at just about the 7-minute mark. There's the Overlord, is going to scout the starport, so good scouting here by Thor, sacrificing that. Overlord, I think, was very, very cost effective at that point. Good to get that scouted. So knows to be ready for potential drops and such. And there's the SCV transfer here for one shot. Let's take a look at units tab for just a moment. Thor is droning up like something fierce. My goodness, 42 drones. One shot down to, or not down to, but is at 27 SCVs. So slightly behind economically there. Getting another gas here. And here come the Hellions. Looks like they want to try and get in here for just a moment. Oh, not going to happen. There is a spine crawler here for the block. Yet again, good defense here from Thor, still droning up. My goodness, 48 drones to 29 SCVs. Nice advantage there for Thor. Do have siege tech on the way and some tanks coming out. We got 2 on the field already, along with some solid Marines here. And these Hellions just trying to keep his opponent in his base, but Thor seems to be appreciating that quite a bit. Is saying, fine, you're going to sit there. I am going to drone up like crazy. And indeed he is. He's at 55 drones. He's going to need to expand here pretty soon. My goodness. Nice stuff here, but one shot going to be cruising out across the map here. Doesn't want his opponent to take another expansion, which I don't blame him. He does have the siege tech just about to complete here. Almost complete. And Thor, is he going to be trying to kill reinforcing units here? And it is working out. 2 kills so far. Hellion's going to go back to deal with these guys. In the meantime, one shot going to be setting up a bunker right in front of his opponent's natural here. Here come the Zerglings, getting a little bit of damage done there. Looks like a couple worker kills. Hellion's having to do the work to make that defense stick, but he did a good job there. Let's take a look at Control R. See, got a couple worker kills. 6 worker kills, not too bad. And let's take a look at how One Shot's contain is going now. Does have tanks in position, going to be blasting away here. Probably could do with a couple SCVs for repair. This tank needs to be repaired. There's one SCV over here. Scoot that guy on over. There he goes. Hey, nice job. And I like this play from One Shot. This is what we saw was super effective for him back in our monthly tournament last month. Was that he would, against his Zerg opponents, he would just move forward and start building bunkers. That way, if they tried to break that line with the banelings, that they had to go through that extra cost, baneling cost, to take out these structures, which, I mean, they've got a lot of HP, so it takes a lot of baneling blasts to take care of that. So, pretty solid stuff. I like this play, and then he's going to be leapfrogging forward here just a little bit. Looks like this spine crawler is going to go down. And look at that, more leapfrogging. Just 3 tanks here. This is actually really nice stuff. And that tank in a very forward position. Gonna be getting some kills there. That guy's got 14 kills right now. Down goes the queen. We've got a lot of banelings and a lot of zerglings. trying to get these guys up and running here. Oh my goodness, Thor just getting picked apart. Look at that. All of his reinforcing units not been able to make this happen. We gotta, oh, these Mutalisks are gonna be able to do some damage. Got to get these Marines in position here to deal with these guys. Are they gonna do it? One of these tanks did stay alive, and there's more reinforcing tanks on the way. Great job here by Oneshot. Thor gonna be going straight for his opponent's base to try and do a counterattack. I think is a great idea at this point. Got to do something to try and make his opponent back up, and here comes the all-in. Look at that. Thor trying to make this tank line go down. Is it going to happen? No, it is not, and there's the GG. My goodness, phenomenal play there by Oneshot, and we are going to be going to game number 3. Got to love it. Oneshot versus Thor. This is a phenomenal matchup. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always out StarCraft. We'll see you in game 3. Well, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for watching. Super excited here for game number 3 in this matchup. Sorry I had to be muted there for just a little while. Not a problem. Glad to be back in the mix. I do want to mention what is going on out on the live stream. A Trophy saying that the thing that made the difference in that last matchup was the bunkers, and I absolutely have to agree on that point. It came down to he was able to put himself in that forward position, and there was not much that Thor could do to break that line. The siege tanks, plus the Marines, plus the bunkers, was just absolutely brutal for Thor to deal with. So pretty good stuff there. However, in this matchup, we are going to see Oneshot spawning as green, so no Oneshot nuke this game. Down in the bottom left, and Thor spawning as purple Zerg here in the bottom right, taking his fast expand. I like this wall off here from Oneshot. Going to be putting down his command center right here at the 4-minute 45-second mark. Nice stuff, exactly where he wants it, so good expand time here for Oneshot. The expand for Thor is already down, just now completing. Going to be getting some static defense here. Nice stuff there. Here comes quite a few Marines, however. Going to be trying to get in position here. Is this SCV going to drop down? No, he is not. Looks like Oneshot going to be backing out. Didn't like what he saw. He did see the spine crawler going down. Did see that the hatchery was already complete, and I think he did see all of these Zerglings, so thought that that was probably too much to deal with. Is going to be backing out. But yeah, oh, and Trophy saying, tell Thor to do a one-shot nuke on the live stream. It is actually too late. It is a semifinal match, and it is best of 3, so this is the last game. We're going to have to wait for the finals for a potential one-shot nuke. Oh, that's funny stuff. But nice positioning here of the Spine Crawler. Going to be fairly good defense here for Thor. Let's take a look at what one-shot's going. Looks like he's going to be massing Marines here for just a little while. He does have these barracks set up to block that ramp off. And just staying with solid barracks here for just a moment. Interesting stuff. Opening the door to let in Marines, and going to get a reactor here, it looks like. And a tech lab here. That is probably going to be for Stim, I think, right away. Excuse me. Let's take a look here. What has Thor got going for us? Nothing yet. He does have his spawning pool out. He does have the metabolic speed boost already, so that's pretty good. 1 gas right now. Unit's going to show 39 drones to 23 SCVs, 41 drones. Thor taking his opportunities here to drone up like crazy. And the nice thing for him is he's super good with stand on top of his spawn larva. There it is right there, spawn larva. So that makes it so he's able to macro up an army if he needs to. As long as he's got good scouting, good map control, which he does at this moment, he will be able to spot an attack coming and be able to make a defense move happen immediately, which is a great play from a Zerg player. That is the beauty of Zerg. Looks like he's going to be taking his third here at just a little bit after 8 minutes. Nice timing there. Very, very quick timing. And this is a great map to do this on. This is kind of a Spanishiwa style build. Look at this. He's dropping down all of his gas right before he takes that expansion. And here comes movement. This is going to be scouted right away by Thor. One shot going to be cruising out across the field here with a lot of Marines, though. These guys going to try and break down this front door. Oh my goodness, look at that. Able to hold that tech lab. Very, very clutch repair there. That is what we like to see. And one shot going to be committing here. It looks like going to go up and deny the expand, it looks like. I think this is a great move. He did blind his opponent at both watchtowers. Going to go up here, deny the... Oh, is he? Yes, he is. I think this is great. Going to deny the expand. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here. Going to try and keep his opponent on 2 base, I think is the exact right move at this point. Going to be very active here with these Marines, it looks like. Defensive-wise here, we do have a lot of Zerglings cruising out on the field. Stim is not yet complete. Let's take a look. Is it on the way? Oh, no. Combat shield first. Interesting. Good scan there. Look at that. Trying to hug these little choke points so that he can't get a surround. I like that quite a bit. Plenty of defense here, it looks like, at the ramp. Here comes the Zergling attack, though. And a tank. And is siege on the way? Indeed it is. We've got double factories. That's going to make some people happy. Yeah. Baneling's going to be going for a Baneling bust here at the front door. Is one shot going to get these guys in position for defense? Will be interesting to see. Tank's going to be sieging up here. Nice looking spread. These buildings are going to take a lot of damage. 400 HP. Well, actually, that one only has 183 HP. But 400 here. But that's the clincher right there. However, he's going to need to take down at least one of these barracks to really make this attack stick. And that one has 936 HP. So it looks like Thor, though, is going to be gearing up for an attack here. One shot is in good position with these for a flank if he needs to. Uh-oh. Thor could be backing out, I think. I wonder if he scouted these Marines or not. But I like this placement. That's a great choke. They won't be able to get a surround on him there. Oh, don't move! Nice. Taking out the Bailings and good split there. Very, very well done. Now he can just sacrifice these Marines if he needs to, which indeed he is. Looking pretty solid. Give me just a second. Cool. Had somebody knocking at my door. Look at this. Thor taking this position up. Going to be looking for a flank here potentially as well. Is going to scout this. Here comes the flank. Oh, he's going to be moving straight into his opponent's base here. Oh my goodness. Wonderful counterattack. Is One-Shot going to be able to make the stick? That guy on a move command. Not going to happen. Oh, and Mutas coming in. They're going to be working on this missile turret immediately. Down goes the missile turret. Look at this. One-Shot going to be taking everything he's got. Looks like he is going to be going for a base trade here. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful counterattack there by Thor. This is phenomenal play. Looks like he's trying to evacuate these guys as quickly as possible. Here comes the main attack from One-Shot, but his base is about to be in ruin. My goodness. Lots and lots of trouble here. These guys chasing down these SCVs, which is actually a good thing for One-Shot. But the attack going fairly well here for One-Shot. Going to be doing a lot of damage. And here comes the rest of the attack from Thor. This base trade is something crazy. My goodness, the One-Shot is in a lot of trouble. No mining going on. His opponent is doing plenty of mining. However, he does have a pretty large force here. One-Shot could potentially take this down as long as he can keep... Oh, he's got to hold on to his minerals. See, he's got 639 minerals. He's going to have to rebuild his command centers more than likely. This one is going to go down, it appears. Lifting it off, that will keep it alive for just a little while longer. But here he goes, going to be cruising up this ramp here in just a moment, it looks like. Trying to make something happen here. But Thor in phenomenal shape. One-Shot down to everything that you see here. He did get this orbital command out of the way. However, it is on fire and it will be burning down if he cannot get that repaired. And this army here from One-Shot is going to be going down, it looks like. Look at all of these units here from Thor. My goodness, One-Shot is definitely in a lot of trouble. The main of Thor still mining. Wow, that is brutal, brutal, brutal. Got to get these guys going. Probably should scoot up here, take out this expand. I think is probably a good choice at this point, and then go back for the main. I just don't know. I just don't know if he's going to be able to hold on here. I mean, look at all these units here from Thor. This is a pretty substantial sized force. Oh, going to be focusing down the tanks, trying to with those mutas. Couple Marines getting blasted away there. And this orbital command is indeed going to be going down. This is brutal, brutal, brutal for One-Shot. He does have a couple buildings. As long as he can keep a couple buildings alive, he should be in okay shape here for just a moment. But my goodness, he is really, his force is starting to dwindle here. He's down to 36. Supply count on these suckers. Oh man, did he lose all of his SCVs? He did. Oh wow. Okay, so this is, I mean, he can't rebuild at all at this point. The only, yeah, that's it. Ooh, brutal. Too bad. He has got to go for this base trade now. Trying to keep these tanks alive. He does have no stim. Stim was not able to complete. And now the only thing Thor has to do is take out these buildings, and that is it. And so here comes the Zerglings. He knows it. He's going straight for it. This is just brutal. One-Shot is going to be losing this game. That is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, what a phenomenal effort. However, that was tons and tons of fun. He should have left an orbital command. You're exactly right, and called in a mule to repair. Absolutely should have done that. That is what you got to do. Oh, my goodness, but great game there. That was phenomenal stuff. So congratulations to Thor. He will be moving on to the finals, which we will be going into our other semifinal match here in just a moment. But we will see you guys then. Don't alt-tab, always alt StarCraft. Take good care.